Welcome to another episode of Confessions of a Career Coach with Elena Agar. So today's confession is that although I built this career that I'm very proud of, I make a good living, I love what I do every single day, maybe not 100% of every single day, but 80% of every single day. I love the world of talent development and leadership development and talent management. But I didn't get here because I knew something differently from other people. I got here through a lot of experimentation, as I've covered in my previous episodes, but also in significant time that I've invested in not only self-learning and kind of self-development, but also I've invested time and money in coaches and mentors along the way to help me to help me figure out what I don't know, because we don't know what we don't know, and we need a soundboard. And frankly speaking, you don't even need to invest money in these individuals necessarily. There's a lot of different free resources available to take advantage of. You just need to know how to look and where to look. And mentorships are everywhere if you know, again, where to look and how to approach those. So this is not by any means me trying to sell you coaching or anything like that. This is truly to let you know that you're missing out if you're not seeking outside advice. And it doesn't mean you have to take it, advice, everybody has advice, but seeking information and knowledge from other people so you can collect all that data and then make educated choice of what works for you, and having somebody who's objective, or having somebody who can guide you. Maybe they've done what you've done, maybe they can offer some thought that you haven't thought about, maybe they will ask you a question that will be so powerful to you. Questions are powerful and we don't ask enough of them, and that's what great coaches do. They create a platform for you to have a safe environment, a safe conversation. And I don't know about you guys, but I have yet to have a conversation that didn't add any value to me. Okay, I take it back. Maybe once or twice I probably has, but every single conversation adds some type of value. And you get a lot of those conversations through mentorship discussions, through some kind of advisory or coaching. Again, it can be paid, unpaid. It totally depends on your situation and how much you want to test it out, right? And not all coaches or mentors are made equal, right? Just like anything else in life, you got to find somebody who you can vibe with, somebody who understands you, maybe somebody who's been where you want to go. I always say, don't take advice from people that are not where you want to be potentially. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, don't go to a corporate person and ask them for advice, and vice versa. You want to be in a corporate world, don't go to an entrepreneur because they're going to say, don't do it. So it really depends. And for coaching, that person doesn't necessarily need to be in your field. I've had coaches every single year. I hire a coach, whether it's a personal brand coach, whether it's a career coach, whether it's a stage presence coach, whether it is a career transition business coach. I have hired a coach for every step of my career so far, and I have never regretted investing that money. So, but again, if you can afford it, great. If you can't, there's a lot of different free resources available out there. So for example, if you're one of business coaching, there's a lot of, like in the US, for example, if you go to your local chamber of commerce or some kind of small business associations, they're likely to have advisors and coaches there for you, right? Coaching, there's a lot of different, very affordable tools and platforms out there where coaching is accessible. If it's not free, it's definitely affordable, and so on. Mentorship, LinkedIn is a beautiful platform for that. Your colleagues, your current supervisors, bosses, your ex-bosses, etc. It's just about how you approach it. But what I want you to take away from this is that nobody gets to wherever they want to reach to alone, and we don't know what we don't know. And sometimes having a soundboard, objective thought, person next to you who can ask you questions, who can help you kind of figure out your next steps. It is so helpful, and it has been completely transformative for me. I wish I would have started hiring coaches way earlier in my life. I ended up doing it probably in the last 7 years. I've probably been hiring a coach every single year to help me to that next level. I cannot stress it enough. So, when we talk about career development, like, you can sit there all day with yourself and have all the goals and all the plans in the world. It really helps, no matter how confident you are in your skill set, it really helps to have an external person that you can at least speak out loud with, because the minute those words leave your mouth, you either are saying, okay, sounds really stupid, I really shouldn't be saying this, or that's not really what I want, or it's further confirmation, you know what, yeah, this is it. And for somebody, again, to ask you powerful questions is so important. I mean, you don't even have to take my advice for it, right? Look at every single athlete, every single business person. Most of these people have a coach. Most of these people have a coach at some point. And I always joke, and you might have heard me say this before, but you need to have 3 individuals in your life throughout your life at different stages in your life: a career coach, a mentor, and a therapist. Because we all need those three different people. One, to ask us powerful questions and give us space to think. And other ones to help us deal with whatever BS or trauma we have in our lives, aka a therapist, right? And then a final person, a mentor, who can guide us to places where they might have been already, and they can really kind of give us a heads up of what's ahead. So it is super powerful. I highly recommend it. And again, I stress this, it doesn't have to cost a penny, in fact, if you know how to be resourceful. And there's plenty of volunteers that will be happy to do it for you, like to give your time, right? But also, if you are going to go that route, make sure you are a great mentee, a great coachee, a great person that is actually going to do something with that knowledge that somebody shares with you, and not merely just taking 30 minutes or an hour of somebody's time and then disappearing till end of days. It's a two-way street, right? So we all have a responsibility as mentees, as coachees, etc., as well, to people that are giving us our time, particularly if they're giving that time for free, right? Because that means all they really want is for you to be successful, and they would love to be part of that journey. So, just to end note, we don't get anywhere alone. We don't know what we don't know, and having an external perspective and just somebody to ask you great questions is going to take you further in career than probably even some of the best certificates and degrees out there.